Rick, just after how the game went 2 weeks ago in Baton Rouge, just what'd you think of your team's toughness and physicality tonight?
I was really proud of our guys. I really felt last couple of days they had really got locked in, and LSU plays much different than most teams. You know, they switch 1 through 5, do a terrific job of their mixing their defenses and trying to score a lot of points off those defenses. And the only thing that concerned me at the start of the game, I do think that we can shoot the 3 ball when we shoot it on our terms. And I thought after we made some early in our building, I think it's the best. And I thought our players got a little bit emotional because we still wanted to play inside out, try to get to the foul line. And not that they were bad threes, because, again, I don't know we forced any of them, but we wanted good movement, ball reversal to give us a chance to, get the ball moving, trying to get some cracks, trying to get some slip screens and actions like that. But it was the mental approach to our guys coming in, and physically they knew they were going to be in a battle all night long, and a terrific defensive effort. Now there at the end, we gave up 3 baskets as easy as that we've given up all year, and I can't explain it because we had been really locked in there. I thought we stayed locked in defensively, and even though I think we had a couple more fouls than them, we didn't put them on the free throw line and did a better job of taking care of the ball. They normally get 22, 24 points off turnovers. They didn't get that. But the second half, what we talked about more than anything was we needed more points in the paint touches, and we were able to get that.
Rick, 2 things. You mentioned that changed mental approach. What went into changing that, and how did the guys do that? And secondly, was VJ available today?
He was. Everybody was available today. We watched the tape, and we just showed the things that we did well, the things that we didn't do well, and to be quite honest, some of the same point of emphasis were the exact ones we talked about in Baton Rouge, the exact same ones that we said we got to clean this up. And and defensively, we were better today here than we were in Baton Rouge. I mean, we had way too many easy bailouts down there. We had the 3 layups that we gave there at the end, 2 where kept the ball, went right through us, and then back cut. We had numerous of those there where we were just switching out of convenience. And even those 2 plays today, the same thing. We had way too many, but we were able to overcome it. And I thought rebounding today, we really went at it as hard as well against a team that really gets off the ground, and the way they do, they're quick. They got that second, third quick jump, but we battled in there, and it was the kind of game we thought it was going to be. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought physical game, and it's what it was. But I think they're all going to be like that. I do. I think this league that's what it is. There's no easy outs any time, and you're going to have to fight every night if you want to win a basketball game.
Rick, are you aware of what happened pregame, where some people had to be separate, and what
Yeah.
happened also at halftime?
You know what? I don't know what happened. Before the game, I heard different things where something happened with the manager throwing the ball into the stands, and one of our guys said, "Stop doing that." I don't know the whole deal of it, and some people came together and whatever. At halftime, 2 teams start doing that. They're going to do exactly what they did. Whether one team says something or not, they're going to call a double technical foul. That's how they're going to do it, and that's just. It's going to happen that way, but I didn't. I did not. I didn't see either one, to be quite honest with you, because I was talking to one of the other referees at halftime when we were going off the floor.
It seems like a lot of games with LSU, not just against y'all, but against everybody, they're an emotional team. They play that way. As a coach, how do you find that right line between your guys combating that but also keeping their heads cool?
Well, that's it. There is a line that you got, but there's a line that you got to walk up to. I mean, you can't let them think they're going to win that part of the game every time. You can't. And I thought our guys, and we talked about what we have to do, but we're going to do it the way we need to do it within the rules of the game, and we're going to play hard. We're going to play aggressive. What Grant talked about there at halftime, I thought that last play of the game, of the half, that Kennedy got tripped, but he didn't. When I looked at halftime, he didn't, and that's why I didn't see what was going on. I wouldn't have seen it anyway, because normally I'd have been off the floor by that. But again, every team takes on personalities. Your opponents all have a different personality. You've got to know what you're dealing with when you go into a game and what you're going to have to do to combat whatever that personality might be. Every game brings a different personality. But I know they got a couple players hurt, and you could tell he was, and you got to give him credit. He tried to fight it. He did. He really did try to fight it. But I'm not going to take anything away from our guys because from the get-go they were locked in defensively and doing the things that we needed them to do. And I think we can still get so much better.
Rick, when you guys get off to a fast start like that, does that let the players play maybe a little bit more loose for the rest of the game? You keep that lead the whole way?
Well, again, the players, I was proud of them. They were saying that, hey, let's not get too loose because, as quick as you get a lead, I mean, in this league, you start letting your emotion get the best of you and get happy like with shooting threes or careless with the ball, 2 times in a row, 12-point lead can go to a 6-point lead real quick. And so I think sometimes, I do think we're still a young team learning that. I thought Santi, as the game went on, again, as Kennedy and Z, they really are still learning what this thing. I thought Santi was the one that finally, and Josiah, started getting us organized. And I told him, if we will get organized and do what we talk about, we're going to be fine on the offensive end. It's when we get too emotional, let the game, I don't know if we took a bad three tonight. I don't know if we really did, but they have to be on our terms based on our scouting report and our game plan, and we're going to get better with that. We really are, because it goes back to what you said early in the year. We felt like we had guys passing up shots, and then we said, hey, we got to shoot open shots. Then we've had a lot of open shots that we haven't made. We're not going to make all the open shots anyway, but still, we need to get to the free throw. I remember early in the year, one of you guys had asked me about why we're not getting fouled because we weren't putting any pressure on the defense. But some of that had to do with our non-league opponents just packing it back in there so far that you were almost daring you to shoot it. So there's that fine line you're talking about where, you shoot it, and we don't want anybody to be tight with it. I just want to get a shot. That's what I told them. You go back and you picked out one stat as a coach, I'd say if we can get more shots than them most of the time, you're going to win a lot of basketball games.
Mike, then Ben.
Rick, you talked a lot about how locked in you felt like the team was, but the plan and preparation was similar to 2 weeks ago. So why was it different, and how do you bottle up this level of locked in and intensity moving forward?
Mike, that's a great question. I wish you guys would ask all my players that, because we certainly as coaches talk about it. This was a terrific win for us, but we're getting towards the end of January, and by now we got to know that this is what we got to do. We got to do it, home, away, and we had a great effort defensively at Vanderbilt, and they played a terrific defensive game as well. We've got to continue to build that, and we're going to make we're going to make some shots. I remember last year in the NCAA tournament, Oregon State all at once got it going in the Pac-12, as we did our scout, and where they were at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year, everybody would say they simply started making shots. And I believe that at some point in time, we're going to consistently do that, and we will if we consistently play together and stay organized.
With Urosh's energy and just the motions out there on the floor, what do you think that's brought to the team this last week?
Well, you say just that. His emotion, his energy has been a big shot in the arm for us. I think it helps the other players. I think that and first of all, he's very authentic. It's nothing phony about it. I'd say the same thing about Jemiah Mashak. I think that he does the same thing. When he talks, it's authentic. I said that, I think, after one of the other games. But it's been a big, big shot in the arm for us because you got to have that. And again, we've got some older guys. Santi will do it in his own way. Josiah's going to do it in his own way. But what he's done is something that this team needed.
Rick, 4 guys only took shots from outside. Was that more by design or just kind of flow of the game?
Well, again, we talk about, we don't want everybody shooting threes. The teams are going to let us shoot threes. They're going to do it. We want to be organized, and within the flow of our offense, we know who the three-point shooters are, and we got post guys that can do it too. But the point of they got other jobs they need to do first, and we got to get. I'm really proud of Brandon tonight in his minutes out there. He came up with 6 big rebounds. Big one. He's going to get quicker and better around the rim, understanding that he's going to have to play quicker when he gets rebounds and gets a chance to score the ball. but I thought he was more locked in on defense. Kennedy was 10 times better today defensively than he was in Baton Rouge. He played probably his best effort game at Vanderbilt. And if he'll continue to do that, now on offense, when he gets tired, he settles. And that's where we told him today, you got to get off the ball, let somebody else get it moving sometime. But again, and when we asked him to start driving the ball, creating some things, he did. And we need him to get that ball to the lane area, paint area, high percentage area, and spray it around.
Coach, everybody sees Santi scoring 16 points tonight, hit 5 threes. But there's something about him when he brings that toughness that he brought tonight, that he brought in that Vandy game. What does that mean to you guys?
Well, to be honest with you, Santi's brought it every night. If you ask our guys and ask the question earlier, what do we got to do to bottle this? He's done it every night. If he's had 1 or 2 off nights, maybe, but his effort, his defense, he plays like he's 6'7", but he's highly competitive. But that's one guy that you know he's going to bring it every night. Thank you, Coach. All right, thank you.